So you all must have come across the news regarding EMRS Mahu Indore. The students have protested against the administrative policies as brought in by the new principal, Ms. Nikita Mehra. I am here to express my solidarity with the students. My name is Kanupriya Avasthi and I was working on the post of PGT English in EMRS Mahu Indore. My employee code is 240302416. My last working day in that organization was 30th June 2025. The major reason I had to resign was mental harassment, and it gives me immense pleasure to state here that the students have taken a rightful stand. And these students, as they belong to a very downtrodden and weak section of our society, they have shown immense courage to come up and take a stand which the teachers of that organizations are not able to do. So yes, I'm thankful and I want to express my gratitude to the students. Thank you, dear students, for bringing this up, because it was in the utmost need, it was the utmost requirement of the time that this issue had to be brought up. So thank you all. Now I'll just go over the pointers that I want to give my statement for. So the first pointer that I want to give my statement for is the mental harassment point. The students have stated that the extreme mental harassment as done by the principal was leading to suicidal tendencies among the students. Yes, I have seen that mental harassment being done to one of my students. I was the class teacher of class 12th, and there was this girl named Radhika Singare. She had applied for a 2-3 day off before the Diwali break because she was ill. The parents had come up and she wanted to go. And yet the principal continuously bashed her, continuously scolded her for leaving 2-3 days early despite knowing her health condition. The nurse had written that she is not capable of staying in the hostel. She should go to home and take rest. And I'm just reminding you of the fact that this was Diwali break, a time when the students want the warmth of their homes. They are living in residential setup, they are already away from their families, and during a short period of 5 days, if she wanted to club 2-3 days more due to her illness, that was not something huge she was asking for. And yet she was scolded again and again to such an extreme extent. In fact, she was insulted also, if I can say that, to such an extreme extent that she started crying. I had to console her, and finally she was sent with a lot of tears in her eyes. So that was something that literally touched my heart, and I knew there and then that this particular thing should not have been done with the student. Then definitely mental harassment was not limited to the students, the teachers were also facing. But we as teachers, we know our rights, we know where to speak up, we know what to say and what not to say. So when I was facing mental harassment from the principal, I had complained to the State Society in the month of October 2024. But to no avail. There was no outcome of that. Finally, I wrote a lengthy complaint letter with all the evidences and proofs that I had. In the month of February, an inquiry committee was set up, just like the one that has been set up right now, but no action was taken. And it was very disheartening, very demotivating, because I was facing a severe and extremist kind of attitude from all the staff members because I had done the complaint, and of course from the principal. The second thing that I want to point out here is that the mental harassment in the teacher fraternity was not faced by me only. There are a lot of complaints that have been made against the principal by other male members and by other female members. I won't name them because I don't think they want to come up. But yes, there were a lot of complaints against her, but the State Society has definitely given her a green flag because of her connections in NESTS, the central authority. And this is very demotivating, I would say, and this is very shocking. In the education sector, if things are happening like this, then I don't want to imagine that what is happening in the other sectors of our economy. The second point the students have written is that they were forced to clean the toilets, and the principal has happily agreed to it, giving Gandhiji as an example that he also used to do it. Definitely, I agree that Gandhiji used to clean toilets. Even in fact, if I may point out our honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, he also cleaned the streets when he was promoting his Swachhata Bharat mission. But let me again point out the fact here that these two leaders, when they were on their cleaning missions, they were actually showcasing their leadership skills, and that too willingly. No one was forcing them. But here the students are being forced to do, and I am sure that no leadership or leadership skills have been shown in this case, because I don't think the principal might have cleaned any toilets in the school. The other thing that the students have mentioned is that the students were getting threats of TC. Definitely yes. I was the class teacher of class 12th, the previous academic session, and there was a group of 5 girls. They wanted to be taught from a state government teacher, and this they had put up as a request in front of the principal. Rather than consoling them maybe, or rather than agreeing to their request, because they were just asking for extra classes and nothing else, she scolded them, and she threatened them, and she continuously told them कि politics मत करो यहाँ पे. अब पॉलिटिक्स की अगर बात आई गई है तो मैं एक पॉइंट और बोलना चाहूँगी कि मैडम ने न्यूज़ में ये स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि 70 स्टूडेंट्स आर द स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव कम अप टू द कलेक्टर ऑफिस, रेस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर सिटेड बैक इन द स्कूल. मतलब मेजोरिटी जो है वो उनके एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पॉलिसी से खुश हैं. दिस इज व्हाट शी इज ट्राइंग टू इंडिकेट. बट लेट मी पॉइंट आउट हियर, एंड वेरी आयरॉनिकली दो, why is she trying to politicize the education sector? Why is she trying to politicize it? क्योंकि democracy is the rule of majority, that is a political thing, political setup that we all know. But education sector में, if a student fails in the examination, if only one student fails in the examination out of 500, that is considered to be a failure of a teacher. तो अगर 70 बच्चे आपके एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पॉलिसीज के अगेंस्ट बोल रहे हैं कलेक्टर ऑफिस में जाके, तो आई डोंट हैव एनी यार्ड स्टिक कि मैं कैसे जज करूं आपकी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पॉलिसीज को. सो देन दैट ब्रिंग्स मी टू द अदर पॉइंट कि देयर वर lesser amount of notebooks, there were lack of notebooks, dearth of notebooks. Yes, definitely. I was there till 30th June, and till 30th June the English notebooks were not given to the students. And as a language teacher, I can tell you that you cannot learn language without writing it. Without the written work, it is impossible to learn a language. And I am sure that the other language teachers will also agree with the fact. The other thing is that teachers were forced to resign. Students have mentioned they know that teachers were forced to resign of the acute mental pressure that they were facing. Yes, I agree to it. In fact, I'll publicly post my resignation letter if need be. I'm very sure of it that it will prove to you that I had resigned because of the administrative policies of the principal. It is a 3-page resignation letter wherein the reason is very clearly stated. Then I finally would like to thank the state society, the collector, that he has shown a prompt action in this, and he has commissioned a committee of 4 members, and I am thankful to them with my joined hands. I am thankful to them that they have taken an action, and that too a very prompt action. But I would like to request them to further give this application an end, because my application also had the same kind of route. An inquiry committee was set up, then I had to wait for like 5-6 months without any answer, so no action was taken. So do not delay justice. As we say that delayed justice is justice denied, so please do not delay the justice. In this case at least, where we are talking about the future of the students, the future of our country, and that to a very downtrodden class who have shown the courage to come up on stage and fight for their rights, to speak for themselves. Do not trample their confidence. It will leave them in disaster. I'm sorry to state that, but yes, if nothing is done this time, then the students will be devastated, and it is going to be drastic thing for their mental health. The other thing that I want to lastly state here is that my complaint letter, the detailed complaint letter that I had talked about earlier, with all the evidences and proof, that was submitted in the month of February, I am willing to make it open. I am willing to make it public. I have no fear, and if need be, I am willing to stand by my students in Indore. I had left Indore in a state of distress, but if need be, if my students need me, I will go back to Indore and I will stand by them. Thank you so much.